What is happening, fam? Today is the day. Today is the day. I'm telling you, today is the day. This is what's gonna happen, guys. And today's show is all about this. I'm gonna tell you, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. And I'll tell you why. Because not only we're seeing something incredible today happening with freeing of Ross that you see on the thumbnail as well. Is it working? Then you have to refresh YouTube. I think it's YouTube. If you have echo, it's YouTube. It's YouTube. A lot of times we do have this issue and it's not on our end. It has to be YouTube. So the reason why I'm super excited is because it's YouTube, right? Yeah, it's YouTube. It's YouTube. It's YouTube. If you have something problem with the voice sound, it's YouTube. Refresh, it's gonna work. So the reason why I'm super excited for today, a couple of reasons, but I genuinely mean that the bull market is starting today. And I know it sounds crazy that we got to the point here, but what really happened is that we have had President Trump freeing Ross and pardoning Ross Ulbricht. Now, we've been waiting for this for a long time. This is the first picture of him out of jail. And if you don't know who he is, very simply, welcome back, Ross, by the way, welcome home. But very simply, he was the guy who created Silk Road, which was a website where you could purchase drugs and a lot of illegal stuff for Bitcoin. This was the first real use case of Bitcoin when it came to Bitcoin. This is why it's stuck that only criminals use. If you look at this, 3 grams of quality weed, almost 1 Bitcoin, whole thread about this, that 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙, if you see here, 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙 got 30 years. One of the biggest criminals in life got 30 years, and this poor fellow got 40 plus years without any parole. So, but the fact is that he has been sentenced in 2015 and he has been freed by President Trump. And yesterday I talked about this and I said that this is one of the major things, one of the most important things that we need to see happen for us to confirm that Trump is still here. He's still remembering us. He didn't forget crypto. He's, everything is going to be fine. And that happened, and I'm super excited about it. And this alone would not necessarily confirm that this is the beginning of the bull market, but I've got a bunch of stuff lined up for you today that shows exactly that change is coming. So it's not just the orange man's promising stuff, but change is coming. So if you want to hear this show, what I would like you to do is to make sure to smash the like button. That's number 1. Share it with your friends because it's going to be a massive show. We're going to talk about news. We're going to talk about charts. We're going to talk about some random shit as well, as we always do. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe. I bring you the best alpha in crypto. Everything you need for the bull market. It's all about simplifying crypto, guiding you through, talking about the past 24-hour news, the next 24-hour news, giving you trades, giving you charts, and telling you everything you need to know. If that sounds good, make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash an obliterated like button, and also, most importantly, follow me on X. There's a link in the description to my X account, and you will actually land on this thread, detailed thread that I wrote today morning about who Ross is and what really happened to him and everything else. It's worth a read, so definitely do that. But let's jump into it. Now, number one, also, is the squad here? I just want to know if the squad is here. Is everybody here? Last chance to buy injective protocol. Agreed. Getting better. Good. Smashed. Good. Let's get it, Fefe. Let's get it. Health snipes. What's happening? Thanks for the alpha. You're welcome. What happened to the drop to 2.95-ish? That nullified. We're going to talk about it. The best alpha, my man. You are the best being here. Beat the living piece out of the like button. That's exactly like this. We have like 800 people and only 200 likes. So I'm going to read the first section of the show. And if we're not at 400 likes, we have to stop the show. I also talked to Ren. I'm like, I can't do this. Mentally, I can't do this. So you gotta pump those likes up just a little bit. Okay, let's jump into it. So number 1, this is what I tweeted. And yesterday's show was all about this. And I said, we need to see this in the next 48 hours and we need to see something happen. Because if something doesn't happen, that means the market will nuke because we're all just sitting like this expecting Trump to do something that he promised. And he promised to free Ross on day 1. Now, how do you understand this? Is day 1 inauguration day or is day 1 the first day after the inauguration day? I don't know. I don't even care because he did free Ross yesterday or today morning, which is absolutely huge. But that's not all what he did. What we see is that Trump gave Ross a pardon as promised. The SEC launched a crypto task force headed by the crypto-friendly 𝗧𝗛𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙. She had a massive beef with 𝗪𝗔𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙. So this is actually a very good fit. And Crypto.com relaunches its US exchange due to regulatory optimism. So there's a lot of stuff happening in here that shows that obviously things are moving to crypto. Now, one thing is certain. Now, I'm not saying certain, but like 95% certainty. If Ross Ulbricht got the pardon, we're definitely getting a Bitcoin reserve. Like, it's not even a question, okay? So people call it BSR or Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. And we're most likely going to get this. I genuinely hope that Trump is going to at least mention it this week, and we're going to see what is really going to happen. But we are going to get this, and it's going to be massive. There are 12 states that are leading the charge to push the strategic Bitcoin reserve bill forward. Florida, Alabama, New Hampshire, and all these, all you can see here. But it's not only the states. There's also different companies that are interested in that has interest in Bitcoin. So you see MicroStrategy with MicroStrategy obviously doing this best, but you can also see Mara, Mara Holdings, who is one of the largest mining companies in the world, are focusing on bringing the strategic Bitcoin reserve SBR to all 50 states and federal government. Now we're at 25% with these 12 states, which is quite cool, but you have to know that this is happening and it's actively happening and moving forward, which is very bullish. So much so that multiple companies and corporations and people, I'm going to show you the data now, are getting extremely bullish. So MicroStrategy shareholders approved raising the total amount of shares from 330 million to 10 holding to a share, because a billion. So they're going to have 10 billion shares. And the reason why they have shares, because then they can dilute, they can sell, and they can use the money to buy more Bitcoin. When they have more Bitcoin, they have more money, they have their share prices are worth more, therefore they can dilute more, they can sell more, and if they sell more, they can use that money to buy Bitcoin. It's an ongoing vehicle, which hopefully never stops, but if it does one day, we're all effed. So just an FYI, but it happened yesterday. No wonder that the boomers are buying. No wonder that the boomers are buying. Net inflow into the ETFs is 800 million. Now, what is concerning for me, and I'm still standing on there, someone asked in the chat if what happens with this 2.95 trillion that I've been calling would be a 20% drop from here. And I still hold the fact that if we are not going to see a mention of the National Reserve or something like that, I do think that it can get a little bit nasty. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to dump. I have clear levels on the chart. I'm going to show you. But this shows every time when we had a billion inflow into the ETFs, we had a massive nuke. Now, there is obviously differences here because we also know that the inauguration starts the biggest rally, especially after halving years. So if you see and look at this, you can understand the fact that we're getting into this disbelief phase where you're not going to believe that we actually can have a 20% candle on Bitcoin and a 50% candle on Bitcoin. And, people don't believe, but it is coming. And I do believe that this is the beginning of the massive push. And this is not something that we're being spoon-fed with. Now, why is this? Again, not only because of Trump, but one of the big reasons is Trump. So just so you see the difference, and I'm not here to judge, and you do whatever you want, but like, the past 40 minutes, there's a post here. For the past 40 minutes, Trump has been answering questions from the press and signing executive orders simultaneously, brother. Simultaneously. Something that after 4 years of Biden feels almost mythical. Never done this. Not possible. We get the president on the first day. He comes in, and for almost an hour, he's signing executive orders that make America better, make America great, and he is giving Q&As to the press. Now, no wonder that on the first business day, they secured $3 trillion investments.
Business day in Washington, in the White House, we've already secured nearly $3 trillion of new.
Just so you can put this into perspective, that's the entire market cap of crypto. That's everything, bro. That's like all your shit coins, it's a little bit more because it's 3.56, but it's like 80% of every single penny in crypto is what this man secured in his first day as a president. So if this guy if this guy is not, if this guy, and we know he is, interested in crypto, imagine what the power he holds, and imagine the strength he will bring to the industry. Again, just so $3 trillion in his first day in office. 80% of the total market cap. The total market is 3.6 trillion. It's insane. It's insane. Now, there are a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to talk about charts soon. But before I do that, I just wanted to remind everybody that if you are here, please smash an obliterated like button. We have 1,000 people watching and 300 likes. I'm going to drink some water. And as we do it every day, I genuinely am going to say, thank you guys. Truly appreciate it. I'm bringing you free alpha here. I truly would appreciate it if you could just smash the like button. It takes you 2 seconds, and you're not going to miss anything because I'm going to drink some water now. So, people are noticing the hoodie. Nice hoodie. $1 billion hustle, baby. $1 billion hustle. It's a fantastic hoodie. Cos hooked me up. We're going to have them at some point, but if you don't know what this is, we have a vlog. It's called the $1 Billion Hustle. This is my weekly vlog. Every week we have an episode coming out. I show you everything, my travels, my in the office hours, and every hustle that you need, or every hustle that I do to achieve what I'm achieving. So if that inspires you, go and check that out. There's a link in the description. It's called the $1 Billion Hustle. Cause, can you check if the like button works? I'm just making sure. Like, are you sure? Cause says it works. Can you guys check it as well? Because I'm not sure. I think we're climbing up to the 400, but okay, it's like a little bit lazy. It's like a lazy Wednesday climb up to that level. So, okay, nice hoodie. Like to have XXL, please, Murat. Yeah, we should give out some hoodies. We should give out some hoodies. That's what we should do. All right, I'm waiting for production of a pair of butter. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's get going. So, Donald Trump aims to unify TradeFi and crypto regulation. Franklin CEO. What does that mean? TradeFi, traditional finance, and crypto, decentralized finance, or just simple crypto regulation, all at once. That means that there will be no... This can also be a little bit of a negative, but I think it's needed for our industry to grow up. That means you will not be able to shill insane meme coins and get away with it, like most of these KOLs do. You will not be able to do that because you will have concrete regulations in the States, what you can and cannot do. And it's going to be very similar or the same as it is for stocks, securities, commodities, and much more. This is actually very, very good if you ask me. There are a bunch of other stuff happening. Number one, AI. It's relevant, obviously, because we're looking at AI every single second of the day now that it's hot in crypto. But listen to what he's saying.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing
OpenAI, Google,
the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least.
They're making a company, government company, that is going to invest $500 billion into AI investments.
AI infrastructure in the United States and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American.
So that's 45. So the total AI coin market cap is 45 billion. So 1/10 of what he's investing in the first round is what AI coins are. Now, let me tell you something here, and this is important. If you want to be successful in investing, in trading, in life, you should never read what is put in front of you. You should always read behind the lines. Always. And always read between the letters. If you understand that Trump is bullish on crypto, because now you understand. If you understand that his whole family is bullish on crypto, because now you understand. If you understand that the company that his sons are running, World Liberty Finance, is buying coins at the rate of millions and tens of millions, which now you understand. And you understand that he's going to invest $500 billion into AI infrastructure, which now you understand. You just have to connect the patterns and understand that every single cent that is going to fall into AI, there is a possibility of that going into decentralized AI and decentralized finance AI. If you want to position yourself for the next 2, 3, 4 months, it is clear as the sun that you need to be in AI. It's not a question of if, but now, especially with this 500 billion investment announcement, it's completely clear that you should rework your entire portfolio and start getting into AI. Now, I have tweeted, again, I see a lot of people tuning in here. If you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe, and I bring you the best news. I boil crypto down for you so you understand it. You have to watch one show. You get all the news from 24 hours for the next 24 hours and all that. And I give you trades. And the reason why I always tell you, and you know, a lot of people call me out on this, but I tell you to follow and turn on notifications on my X profile. is because I can't come live here every single time, but I can go on and say, deploy the bid into AI here on leverage, low left, do not get wrecked, virtuals, AI16Z, TAI, AIXBT. I tweeted this on January 18th. And then I tweeted this yesterday, January 22nd, 4 days later, I tweeted, if you do not make money following my ex, unfollow me please. If you do not have notification on, what are you waiting for? These are the trades I literally gave you. I spoon-fed you with these trades. I told you I'm taking these trades, and they are here. So anyway, what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description. Follow me on X. Now, of course, it's important to know what you're investing into long term. So do not marry these tokens. I'm not delusional. I think most of these are going to go to freaking zero. And you have to make sure to be in the right ones. As you see, for example, virtuals could be a great trade, but their revenue is down about 88%, 88% from multi-high. Total fees, 88% down. Okay, so it's very important to make sure to allocate into the right tokens. And when you allocate into the right tokens, you want to make sure to trade them. As I tweeted this as well, 2025 will be traders heaven and investors hell. Why? Because 2025 will be the year when people are going to make millions using crypto and people are going to lose millions being in crypto. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. And trust me, I've been here since 2016. I've done this before. I have been at the point where everybody was telling you that the top is not in and that it will be going higher and higher and you have to invest more and more, and you just take your investments and you rotate, and at some point someone pulls the plug and you're down 40% a day, and then next day you're down 60% and you lost 70% of your investment in a week, and now you don't want to sell. And what you don't realize, that this is the beginning of the bear market and everybody's still pumping the pullback kind of narrative, and you get left behind. Do not be an idiot. Do not be an idiot. Make sure to follow the right people, make sure to be in the right tokens, and trade in 2025. Okay? So let's get in here. Trump making billions. So this is also something we've been waiting for quite a long time, to be honest with you. Because something is wrong here. Like, I'm genuinely, something is wrong here. Like I see, is it really 1,400 people watching and we have 400 likes? Is that actually, I don't know. Let me just check the camera here if that's the problem. Let me. You don't want me gone, right? Make sure to smash the like button. It takes you 2 seconds, really does help the algo and helps me, and I appreciate it. I pour my heart and soul into these shows. Truly appreciate it if you do, okay? So going back here, I was waiting for Trump to talk about his meme coin, okay? And I've been told that, oh, he can't talk about it because he's the president. He's blah, 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 blah. Okay, and here's what happens. He's being asked about it. Look. Here's his response. So while he's signing the executive orders, right? He's being asked about different questions, and he's being asked about this meme as well.
Do you intend to continue selling products?
Do you intend to continue selling products that benefit yourself personally? While you're president?
I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other.
First of all, this is a lie. Okay.
I heard it was very successful. I don't know much.
Listen to the details here.
Other than I launched it, I heard it was very.
I launched it. It's crucial. Launched it. Remember this.
Successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
He says, where is it today? So he knows that it's about the market cap and it has to go. Where is it today? It's not like I'm just asking a question. I don't know what it is, but where is it? You know, did you buy into them? I don't know what you're talking about. Where is it?
You made a lot of money, sir.
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
How much?
Several $billions.
That's another reporter who doesn't understand what he's talking about. So it's several billions. This thing went to 80 billion.
Like in the last several days.
Several billion? That's
He says several billions. Look at his reply.
peanuts for these guys.
That's peanuts for these guys. That's peanuts for these guys. You know what he means? He means I ain't selling shit. He's like, I'm holding billions. What is that for me? He's like, I'm gonna hold it. But he's shrugging this off. It's good. What he did after this, what happened, what was very interesting is that the token dumped like 30% because people took this out of content and they only used the section where he says, I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is. They didn't use the section where it says, I launched it. Okay? And so what happened is that after this, actually, I'm gonna show it to you, because I didn't bring the tweet in here. But after this, when he retweeted a fucking legend, he is the president. retweeted his own meme coin after he had this announcement. He was like, Baron just called him, Dad, you actually screwed us. We're down $2 billion. And he's like, no worries, son. I'm just gonna retweet it and everything will be fine. Don't worry, Baron. I got this, Baron. And Baron called me and I just retweeted it. And look, everything is fine because the token bounced very nicely. And this little dippy was nothing really. So, and we're actually gonna put it on Fox News as well, son. So don't worry. And this is exactly what they did. Fox News explaining how to buy Trump's meme coin. I did not think we're gonna come to live this moment. This is insane, but it's happening. This token is not going anywhere. I'm telling you. I am long Trump, but also I understand the fact that this can literally go to zero if Trump gets shot. For hope not, but anything happens to Trump, anything happens to an impeachment because of this, whatever. Not worth the long, but I have to be in there. And also don't forget that this token has over 800,000 holders by now. So that's not like a small token. We're not talking about a small, tiny something. We're talking about something, an asset with 800,000 holders. That's massive. Another thing, OFAC, sanctions on Tornado Cash, making major win for the cryptocurrency. So they lifted the OFAC, which is the Office of Foreign Assets Control. We've been talking about this on the show, and I said that, there is this Tornado Cash that basically allowed you to create private transactions on the Ethereum chain, distributes different transactions all at once, so you don't really know where the funds move from one wallet to another. The problem is that obviously criminals use this as well, as with every military-grade technology and everything else. But they used it, and then they sentenced these guys as well. Probably they're going to be let go as well. But Tornado Cash now is not... they lifted these sanctions, and Tornado Cash is up like 130% or something like that. And I do believe that this is just the beginning on Tornado Cash. And also, before we jump into the charts, let's not forget that Baron Trump is here. Now, I've been joking about this a second ago, but really don't forget that this guy is up and coming, and he was the one who the popular vote or the youth vote could be allocated to, because he pushed Trump openly. Trump said that and admitted he pushed Trump to go into, obviously he understands, probably scores 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙 all day, like he's a smart guy as well, speaks like 4 languages. He's a smart guy, and he pushed Trump to do different things, go on different podcasts, and of course launch a meme token. So and he's launching his luxury real estate empire. Mark my words now, cause save this clip. This thing is going to be tokenized on World Liberty Finance. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that Baron Trump is going to launch the real estate company, if he does launch that, a luxury real estate company in the States, and it is going to be tokenized on World Liberty Finance. I guarantee that this is going to happen. Mark my words, we're going to revisit this at some point. But how is everybody doing? And then we're going to jump into the charts. Fix your setup. It's $99.99 all over again. What are you even talking about, bruv? What are you even talking? This is the best produced YouTube show on the fucking planet. What are you talking about? We should all refresh and leave. Refresh. That's exactly what you should do. YouTube. Talk to YouTube. It's not 1990s. This is one of the largest companies in the world, and you're not hating on me. You should hate on YouTube. Fefe the fraud. Thank you, info at. That's great. Info at butthole. Okay. Skip again. Same. I refresh it 10 times. Fefe the fraud. Okay. So this guy is still. Just keep coming. Keep coming. Thanks for the engagement. At info what? Loving the show. Awesome. Thank you so much. Lagging. This it's not on us, is it? No. It's not on us, right? It's not on us, guys. You sure? Okay, I can't show you because my IP is going to be shown, but... Okay, let's go. So 800 megabits. Okay, so it's like... Okay, let's go. Guys, this is the time to talk about the charts. And that's what we're going to do now. Here's what I'm thinking. Number one, very important. I would not be surprised if we would see a dippy down here to the 3.3 trillion region. So this would be okay, but... No, let me start again, because that's not where I want to start. What I want to start with is the following. I told you down here that we're going to reverse after this. I said we're going to reverse. We're going to come touch into this level. We touched into this level. We dumped 7%. Then I said this is the next level. We touched onto this level and then dumped another 7%. And now we are undecisive what is really going to happen. And I would love to tell you that I know for a fact what's going to happen, but I don't. I know a couple of things. If you go down into the 1 hour chart, you will see that this here is a very, very strong hourly OB. Very strong, okay? Because it created a massive push, a higher high, technically this should hold. That means that this level down here, 3.36 trillion should hold, okay? So I'm going to put it in as DP, which is going to be decision point, but this should hold 3.36 trillion. This is the total market cap. So if this does not hold, and but multiple scenarios, one, it comes down and it wicks through and it reverses immediately. Absolutely fine. Why? Because we have to come down to the 50% of this leg to complete the wave. Would be absolutely fine. No problem. If we come down here and on the 4 hour we close below the 3.36 trillion, we have a massive problem because then 2.95 is in the cards. But I want to believe that this is not going to happen. I want to believe that this is not going to happen. So until we close below the 3.36, we're safe. If we close below in the 4 hour, I will be a little bit concerned. I'm probably going to take some profits on my positions. But the only thing you want to avoid now is taking profits too early. I missed out on multiple 6 figures on the last pumps because I sold too early because I thought this was going to be again and the whip is going to come down and then you just miss out on all the opportunities and you give up your good entries, which is actually a problem. So again, if we close below, I'm going to close some positions, but overall, I'm actually very, very bullish because I think we should hold this. The news will come in. I see us consolidating here a little bit, maybe into the weekend. I see Trump announcing something, maybe a little bit of weaker liquidity grab and then all the way pushing to new all-time highs. This is the map that I see for the total market cap happening. What can happen short term is the following. I do believe that I see that this is something that we call liquidity. So when the market makers, smart money, whatever that is, starts building up the chart this way, and you see I even drafted here liquidity, this means that usually there is a lot of people shorting here. They believe the market top is here, whatever, and they are short. And so what the market makers usually do is that they weak these levels. And especially if it will come down like this, that's such a great indication for us to actually have another trend line liquidity here and push even higher. Overall, what I can tell you is that we're extremely bullish. I'm expecting a little bit of two things. One, either a little bit of slowdown here, even it can take weeks, whatever that is. Close below the 3.36 trillion. A week is possible, a higher high, and then new all-time highs, taking all the liquidity that it built up here and here. The second scenario is that Trump announces something and we're just simply going to start pushing. I do believe that the bottom is most likely in. When I say the bottom is in, this here at the 3 trillion mark should be the bottom. I do not think we should go lower, but we have to take it step by step. This is a perfect time to actually, just tell you that no one actually understands what is going to happen, especially not in these times. You have expectations, you have an edge in the market, which I just showed you now, but that's not a guarantee to anything. And this is why it's very, very important that you take it step by step and take it level by level. Now let's look at some charts. So I talked about these AI plays. Let's look at AI16Z. And then I'm going to look at some of your tokens, and I'm going to look at some tokens that I think is worth, some news that I brought to you. So this recovery here is massive. This is like insane recovery here. Insane recovery. I do think this can come down to the 50% down here. So that would be approximately down here at the $1 region-ish. When that happens, I do think that's the absolute bottom. If it comes down, could be an important and very, very, very cool buying opportunity. AIXBT. So again, this will push. This will be taken on AIXBT. We're gonna push and take this. Probably now it's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna have a massive retrace on AIXBT. Two scenarios. I think we're gonna push above this 95-ish $0.95 region. The other opportunity or other possibilities that we come lower into this region, and then we just accumulate and reverse from here. That would be about a 15-20% drop. We have grass. A lot of people ask me about grass, so let me just see that. A lot of people ask me about grass. Look at this. Look at this. I call this on the look. What are you doing if you're not following or not seeing the show? I don't even understand what you're doing. Genuinely, I drafted this on the show. Look at this. Look at this. This is where my drawing starts. It's probably 32%. Anyway, I drafted this down here. I do believe this is a massive reverse area. Liquidity is taken. Let me delete everything here. Liquidity is taken, which is massive. We got to see a 1 hour market structure shift, which we don't see. That's not the best. If it would come back down here at like 1.85, could be a great opportunity, or sub 1.8. But I genuinely mean it. That grass is at a perfect buying opportunity. What did I tell you about liquidity? This is exactly what's happening here as well. Massive trendline liquidity. This is going to get taken at some point. Now whether it's going to be here or from a little bit lower, but I do believe I am buying grass at these levels. I do think it's a great idea. 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙 is another one I talked about. Now 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙 is a super cool one. They are massive. I'm invested on spot as well, and I hold the position. They are incredible team. Let me just pull this up here. Incredible team. They're integrated with NVIDIA. They have massive announcements. Check them out as well. Absolutely insane team. So I'm not only holding this for the chart, but I'm also holding this for the token itself. There is a massive liquidity here. I do believe that we can see this taken, but a lot of times what happens is that this is exactly how the massive run starts. So depending on what Trump is going to do, you can allocate on this. There is massive liquidity to the upside as well, and we do have a high forming here, a 4-point structure. So technically this should start pushing from here, but what can happen is it comes lower, accumulates, and moves higher. It's about a 15% drop, 30% drop. Pay attention to this. Allocate a little bit here if you want. Again, I'm going to long this as well on these levels, but also I'm ready and prepared for a little bit lower, which can happen as well. Let me see what is happening here. Because it's saying that I should do a recover. What is it on the spots? On total. I think I did it well. I think I did it perfectly. I think I was like, did it so huge. Brett, brother, let's go, Brett. Non-stop great alpha. That's right. If you've seen my X, you would be blown away. Brett USDT. Now that's the problem. Mind share. So the problem is that memes are losing mind share. I mean, it makes no sense not to buy Brett here. Honestly, like genuinely, it's 20% down here. There's no way this level does not hold. Like. Yeah, Brett is a buy. It's a buy. I think it's a buy. I want to see a little bit more clarity. I think AI is taking... If we would take this liquidity here, bam, and do a recovery, this is when I would long. I would long Brett. I'm actually going to take an alert here. I would long Brett here. I think it's a cool idea. If we see a liquidity sweep and then a higher high, I think that's a great idea. What else do we have here? Trump, let's do, we have to do Trump. Let's do Trump. I'm in a long here on Trump. But it doesn't look good, bruv. I mean, so this was the dip. This was the dip yesterday on the, I don't know what it is. It's up 20% since. So here's what I'm thinking. Liquidity is swiped. So if there was anything down here, it's gone. So this was a trend line liquidity, bam, it's gone. I do believe this can start pushing. I see Trump at least 52, 53 up here, definitely. But this is so much narrative and the macro driven. Like I can't really do any TA on this. If I would do TA, I would say it has to come back down here. Weekly side at 29.30 mil, but I don't think I can do TA. I don't even want to pretend that I can. It's going to be driven by the sentiment of Trump. I am holding. I think it's a great idea. Again, it's a risky bag, but it's worth holding. It's worth holding. Let me see what else do we have here. Pangu, let's look at Pangu. Not liking what I'm seeing. Not liking. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. Let me take this back because no, it's not good. No, it's double bottom, which you might say, oh my God, double bottomless long. But that's exactly what the market maker wants because this is liquidity, and we do have liquidity built up here. If we come down here and we show a 15-minute market structure shift, I'm game. If we don't show a market structure shift, do not touch it because market structure shift is basically a higher high on a lower time frame. 15-minute market structure shift would be enough for me down here. If we do not get that, do not touch it because it can fall, and keep falling. Keep falling, keep falling now, keep falling. Aptos. There's a bunch of things happening with Aptos. Same thing with 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙. I'm holding Aptos on the long run as well. So I'm invested in the project. Great team, incredible people, very good vision, layer one fast, cheap, convenient, great partnerships. So definitely. It's great. I mean, I didn't change my thesis. Down here, this is a massive weekly OB. It bounces very, very nicely. It makes a higher high here, and it comes all the way back. I told you guys to buy it down here. It was up 10% since. I do believe this is a great buy. We just need to see. You know, there are all these tokens that I actually buy and hold. Aptos is being one of them, for example, which is not in the narrative. You know, so it's not in the narrative. We see AI running. We see memes running. We see some of these coins running, but we don't really see these newer generation utility tokens like Aptos. Matis is the same thing. So Matis, I'm also invested. Matis, I'm also. Hold on, why is this not? Matis is something I'm also invested in. Incredible team, incredible project. There is real utility, real stuff being built. Matis is being built and stuff being built on Matis. The question really is, when is the time? So the reason why I'm also holding these tokens on spot and I'm not really trading them is because you don't know when they're going to pick up. But once they start picking up, I do believe this is going to be a massive winner as well. So Matis, look at this chart as well. Liquidity built up. I do believe that we're targeting $80-ish. I just don't know when. Can have another 10% lower. There is liquidity built up here. It's not worth trading these, but it's worth holding these and having an allocation. Both Aptos, both Matis. I do think these are great plays to do. Now, guys, we don't have a lot of time back, so I wanted to just bring this here. And I wanted to bring you some of the good news that is happening, or some of the interesting news. Let's talk about them, because either I was laughing at them, or I was just, thinking that it was relevant for the industry. So I'm gonna look at them now. One thing is, I see a lot of people tuning in here. And again, I just want to say, and for those of you who are here every single day, sorry about this, that you hear this over and over again, but my name is Fefe, and I boiled crypto down for you. So this is my third bull market. I've been here, I've done it all, I made it all, lost it all. And yeah, my main purpose with these shows is to just keep you updated on the show, bring you all the news from the past 24 hours, for the next 24 hours, give you trades, give you ideas, give you a summary of what has been really going on. So this is the only show you need to watch every single day. So if that sounds good, make sure to subscribe to the channel, come back every day. And there's a link in the description to my X profile where I update you every single time I take a trade, I do anything, so do that. All right, so Peter Schiff, the gold wizard. We've been hating on these guys for so long. I genuinely hope that I can meet this guy one day. I really just hope I can meet this guy. And what I'm gonna do is I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something funny. I'm gonna have like a t-shirt like I missed the entire run on crypto, something like that. He tweeted this now and says, remember, Bitcoin is a meme coin. And shout out to Julieta, our intern here, social media wizard, who took a shot here and said, remember. And then Peter Schiff tweeting 2019, keep dreaming, Bitcoin is never going to hit 100,000. Bitcoin at that time was probably $3,000-$4,000. So shout out to Peter Schiff, and of course, shout out to Julieta. It's an incredible post. And funny as well. Now, it's not only Peter Schiff who doesn't understand what crypto is and why you should invest. I was shocked and I was devastated and I was just laughing my ass off seeing this. Listen to this. This is the South Africa Central Bank governor.
I would
just so you know.
have a significant problem with a lobby that says governments should hold this asset or hold that asset without what the strategic intent of government is. Because you see, there is a history to gold. There was once a gold standard. Currencies were pegged to gold. But if we now say that, okay, Bitcoin.
Look at the guys. This is important. Look at the guys. Look at these. Brian Armstrong. Look at these guys. Scaramucci,
Okay,
look at these
what
guys.
about platinum?
Look at him.
What about coal?
Like, what on earth
Why
is
don't
this
we
guy
hold
talking about? Look.
strategic beef reserves?
Strategic
or
beef
market
reserve. This
reserves?
guy's talking about. What are you talking about, bro? What are you even talking about?
Or apple reserves?
Apple reserves.
Why Bitcoin?
Look at Brian. Look at Brian. He's like, dude, we're so early. He's like, we're gonna make billions. This guy. Look at him. Look at him.
So it's a public policy issue that
He's like, okay, just
we
get
have
it
got
out
to
there.
be
Get it out.
engaged in.
Okay.
And I would caution against the move then that would say there is an industry with a particular interest in a particular product. And
Scaramucci doesn't know what the fuck is happening. He's like, are we on the same stage here? He's like, hold the comment. It's in Davos, bro. These are like serious people in Web 2.
we would like to impose
And look at Scaramucci. He's like,
on society
oh, okay.
and say society must hold this as
anyway, so this is how early you are. If you think that you're late, you're not. This is hilarious. This is crazy what is really going on here. Let me scroll down here in the chat. people, absolute madness, bro. Okay. Also, just a note: when I'm back from Dubai, we're gonna fix the studio, and you will be able to see your comments because Cuz is gonna take over the live running, so it's gonna be awesome. Now, what is interesting is that there's so many haters yet again. So just ridiculous that the entire movement of crypto markets are now dependent on what one man might or might not say, being Trump. Bitcoin used to be a beacon of hope for a better future. Instead, we have gotten an insane greed fest, which is getting amplified by hyper-toxic mix of memes, degeneracy, and now even politics and the one-man personality cult. Now, first of all, he's hating, but second, he has a little bit of a point. Why? Because I will keep changing trading profits into the long-term BTC bags and also some USDT, fully aware that in the end, and listen here, friends, when all this shit collapses again, it will only be Bitcoin that really survives in the long term. We're also mentally prepared during this bull market. So, what is very important, and this is what I started the show with, is that it's not about how much money you make in the crypto bull run. It's about how much money you can keep. I made over $1 million in 2021, and I lost it all. I lost it so much that I was in $250,000 debt because I thought I was a millionaire, and I thought I was like the G. And you have to start building up. And now I had, again, going back to the hustle, and I had the hustle, the grind. I worked 24/7, 365 to make all this back. But not everybody will have this drive and possibility and opportunity to actually get to this point. So you have to make sure to do this, be in, lock in, but sell at the right time. I'm begging you. So this is what I'm going to do as well. But this is a very, very good point on how people will actually screw their entire portfolio by not realizing. And as Max says here, we're almost at the end of January. If you put things into perspective, February has always been good for us, always, especially after halving years. You have 2 months left to make it before even worse PvP than we have now. Player versus player. That means we're taking each other's money. There is no retail coming in. We're taking each other's money. Sell in May and walk away will likely be front run by a month. I agree with him, meaning in April, I will dump all my bags and going on a 7-month long holiday. Now, one thing, I'm not going to be going for a holiday. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be here with you. I'm going to trade throughout the bear market as well, because you can short in the bear market. And we can still keep trading. But yes, this whole madness of AI and next day is memes and next day is this is gonna be gone. And if you don't protect yourself, you are gonna get screwed. And this is also what I dedicated to do. Now, if you would have told me that the top finance apps are all crypto, Moonshot, Crypto.com, Coinbase Wallet, TurboTax, Robinhood, what else do we have here? PayPal, not really crypto. That's not. Cash App offers crypto. Binance US. So if you would have seen this, I would have said the top is in. The only reason why I don't say that is because of Trump. Like, I don't say the top is in because of Trump, but please do not think that this is gonna last forever. You have 3 to 4 months to milk this thing and then just get the F out. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about, and I know people say you should not talk about politics. Well, one, I talk about whatever I want to talk, and two, this is relevant, so we're going to talk about it, which is Trump orders all federal DEI employees to be placed on leave by 5 p.m. Now, I don't always take stands on these kind of stuff, but I see so many posts about this on my timeline that I thought I'm going to talk about it. Now, diversity, so this whole diversity, transgender, all this agenda is like, I think it's being pushed so much, and Cuz said, don't talk about this on the show. I'm going to talk about it. And the reason why I'm going to talk about it is because I think it's relevant. And you can be who you want to be. I genuinely don't mind that. I have good friends of all sort of life, all places, all color skin, everything. But when we have to argue about the fact that there should be 2 genders, and people go mad about the fact that someone brings back something that has been here for thousands of years, forever, I think that then we have a problem that we need to address. And I saw this video, and I want to address the girl. Please don't make fun of her. This is not the whole point, but I want to mention this because I think it's important.
Excuse my hair. I just woke up.
TLDR, if you don't know, Trump has brought back like officially there are 2. So I don't know if you've seen it. Like, it got to a point, guys, and this is serious. Like, it got to a point where I had to scroll through 20 different pronouns to fucking fill out a website. Like, it got into a madness state. And Trump said, no, there are 2 genders. Okay, so And these kind of videos are circling
was
there.
inaugurated at 12, and just a few minutes ago, he has now claimed that there will only be the male and female gender that will be recognized in America. This sets back everything that the trans community...
So what I don't understand is the following. Like, you can be whoever you want to be, but if we really have to debate if there are two genders or not, I think you're on the wrong side. I think you should rethink everything. And I do think that instead of doing this, you should lock in because you have 4 months in the bull market. And I do think that instead of focusing on, and it's not only about this, but I'm not going out on the street and saying, hey, I'm a heterosexual and you should listen and you should do every single, I don't go into a gay bar and say like, hey, you should have a whatever. No, I don't, because you be who you want to be. You do whatever you want to do, but don't force anything on others. And if that's the case, then I think we're all going to be fine. And I think the only thing I wanted to see, I see people arguing over at this stuff every single second today. And I just want to say, focus on what matters. Focus on the relevant stuff. Take your life further. If this is the case, this is the case. Move on. Do something that is good for you. And one of the things that you can really, really do is actually lock in, because you have 4 months to change your entire life and your bloodline's life in this 4 months through crypto. And just to lighten up a little bit, here is this picture of Zuck. I mentioned this yesterday. And so here's how it happens. Okay, so I mentioned this yesterday. And obviously Mark is not looking at this lady's breasts. Yeah, so let's just, I think it's just funny. I think it's just something funny. So this is Jeff Bezos' fiance, okay? Jeff Bezos, Amazon, the richest guy on the planet, or second richest, depending on where you look at it. But this guy's there, and Mark Zuckerberg is obviously looking at her breasts. Now, no wonder he is. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. No wonder he is. I didn't know this is how she looked. No wonder he's looking. Like, this guy is like, he didn't ever see this. He was just like, holy shit. This is how it went down. He was probably just sitting next to Bezos and he's like, oh, this Jeff Bezos, oh, this tits. You know, this is probably how this went down. And I can't blame him. But what I can kind of blame him about is this. So likes are visible on his platform, Instagram. So after this inauguration, he went on Instagram, started stalking Jeff Bezos' fiance. And that's not all, because then what do we crypto DJs do? We degen. So Polymarket set up a vote that goes, if Zuckerberg is going to divorce in 2025, based on all this madness, it's a 13% chance, and I wish it never happens. But this is something funny that I thought was, I thought was like, what is really happening with this guy? So just so you know, this is happening. It's quite cool. Zug was, I'm not even gonna play these. I think we're coming to 50 minutes. I wanted to tell you about one more thing, just something that I'm actually proud of. We work with Sam and the guys over at Jumbo Phone. I've been talking about Jumbo for a long time. I actually love the product. It's an actual phone that you can get for $100. It's a crypto phone. It has 12 chains integrated. They have their own wallet. They sold 700,000 phones. There's a link in the description. I believe there's a link in the description that you can get your phones to, or you can go to Jumbo Phone website. But they have launched their own token today, launching on Bybit, BitGet, KuCoin, GetOut. I do think this is a great bet. Again, you have to see how everything shakes out, but I do believe that, and congratulate to the guys, especially Sam. Sam, you don't follow me, friend. What is happening here? I have to unfollow. No, I'm not gonna unfollow. Sam is an absolute legend. Guys, anyway, just go and check this out. I do think it's a great stuff. Congratulations to the guys for launching the token, and I'm keen to see where it goes. I definitely see this being, again, it's a very great competitor to the Saga, to the Solana phone. And if they can get market share, which I do believe they can, this can be very, very exciting. So shout out to the guys, and most importantly, shout out to you guys for being here. I truly appreciate you. If you're rewatching this, you can click to any of these videos and watch them. You can click here to subscribe. You can find my links in the description. Make sure to follow me. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like, share, and comment whatever you thought might have. And tomorrow, I'm going to come back. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. And I believe I will see you in the next one. Take care.